Hey, I appreciate all the positive feedback I've been getting on this Ozark Trail drivetrain mystery. I've come in and I've made all the adjustments that I've known to make to the derailleur. You can see right here, I've adjusted the B tension to the point where it's in the right position around the smallest cog. And after riding this the last few times, I've come to the conclusion that the problem may be in the cassette. I'm gonna show you what I mean. I took the tire off once before and looked a little close, and I even had a second opinion on this. Some people say it's a little normal for it to have movement in the cassette like that. And while it was off, I noticed the last two cogs on this 8th with no issues, but 9th, when I get into 9th, stay at all. So I want to go over here and get this tire off and get the cassette out and see what it looks like on the spline, because maybe it's just fine for us. So this is what this cassette is looking like coming straight off of the spline. I'm gonna put it over here out of the way. From that, but let's take a look at the spline itself. Can't really tell too much. Doesn't look too damaged, but I know it makes a lot of noise when we're riding. So I haven't had much experience with cassettes, but I do know that they'll just slide right over like this, and it'll only go on one correct way. The only thing I know is just come in here and move some pieces around until we find out what the actual problem is. I'm gonna get this down right now, and I'm probably just gonna go that way and put it in the last gear and see if that make any difference. All right, so we're already in 8th, so gonna click up to 9 in gear. Okay, so it does it still. All right, so we did that little area right here in the yard in 9th gear, which is the lowest cog on this cassette, and the problem is still there. So we ended up getting this tire right here off of the Travail, which is a micro shift cassette, also 1142. So they're the same sizes. So I want to put this tire on here. Only thing we have to do is remove this 180 millimeter rotor, because those take 160 and it won't just directly fit. But they're both quick releases. So we're going to put this rear wheel over here and then do the same run, or go down the driveway a little bit ways, go through the gears and see if it shifts. All right, so we're gonna take this off of the stand right now and get it in 9th gear and see what we got. No rear brakes, we shouldn't need them right now. All right, that's 9th gear. Same thing. Okay. It's almost nighttime now, and I'm just so fixated on getting to the bottom of this. As y'all can see right now, I'm in my smallest cog right now, but look how much slack is right here on this little. So I'm wondering if I put a little bit more tension on this, will it help it out at all? Because everything was pretty much shifting the same way when we put the other rear wheel on here. So let's do this right quick before we lose daylight and see if that gets it. I don't know. We done everything else we could do on the shifting side. I was so convinced that it was the derailleur, and then I was saying that it was the cassette. But putting the same kind of rear wheel on here pretty much proved me wrong on that. So I'm just out of ideas. Maybe do this right here. I'm gonna hold it right here and tighten it down. Get out here and put a run on it. Man, I hope this is it. Because on my other bike, right here, there's just a little knob where you can turn and kind of barrel adjust it on this end of it. But this Acolyte 9-speed doesn't have that. So I'm gonna go up here right quick, last time, before we lose daylight, and see what we got. All right. Have so much patience with this bike. All right. Shifting good, good, good. We're in 9. Okay. That's much better. Guys, I think we might have this thing figured out. Okay. I'm in 9th gear right now. I'm putting all the pressure I can put down on it, and it's staying in gear. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that. We've been through all that. And all we needed to do was put a little bit more tension on that. I've been messing with this all day, on and off. I've went and done a 15-mile ride on the other bike and come back to this at the end before we lose daylight. And coming in here and adjusting this line on the derailleur to add a little more tension, and that solved the issue. So I'm pretty sure someone said in the comments to do just that, what we did on that cable on the derailleur, to adjust it that way. But I'm sure glad we got that figured out. So I come out here before it gets too dark and just test it out on the scratch to make sure that. So we're in 9 and it's staying in gear. So that's pretty much what we needed to do all along, and I'm so glad that we got that done. So in about 10 days at the most, we'll have our front hub for the Ozark Trail to put on here. And now that we have this rear wheel situated and it's shifting properly, as you can see, we're gonna have us one good bike once we convert this to electric. So guys, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for chiming in on suggestions of what to do to get this fixed. These analogs might have you out of breath, I tell you. But I'll see you guys. Thank you.